Good morning, we're off and running. I'm on a walking adventure today. I'm actually doing some pack training. I'm carrying a 20 kilo pack and I'm walking in the Kings Plains National Park. Now this is a lovely remnant of drier western woodlands. There's a bird's nest. There you go. Look at the beautiful ribbon effect of the bark on this tree. She's a cracker. Now it's a nice cool day today, comparatively speaking. It's going to be a top of 23, which is still hot enough for me, but not as hot as it can be. Not enough to be too much of a concern. So I'm looking forward to being able to get a good decent walk in. I've set myself a goal of being able to walk for 6 hours carrying my backpack. We'll see how I go. Try and walk out for 3 hours, stop somewhere for a lunch break and walk back for 3 hours, and then just enjoy my time at the campground tonight. Then tomorrow we'll do a little bit more exploring, looking for a bit of wildlife, those sorts of things. There's a few really nice spots down here on the creek you can get to. Now this isn't an official campsite, but somebody's clearly been using it as one. She's a ripper of a spot. You can certainly understand folks would like to come here and spend a bit of time. You can explore up and down the creek. So the water's a little bit stagnant just here. We see a little bit of scum build up and just the organic matter rotting down, but the main part of the stream flows over to the right. So this creek doesn't always flow. It is a bit of a seasonal creek. Just depends on the year. Some of these older trees have got some nice little hollows in them. This one's a little bit low to the ground to be actually usable for much, I would imagine. It's too easy for predators to get at things in that one, but you walk around some of this forest, you see some really nice hollows. It's great to see. There's plenty of opportunity for local native wildlife to find homes. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day for walking. Plenty of nice breeze today. It's keeping the temperature down even though it's pure, cloudless sky, sunny. This looks like a damn wall. I don't know what it is. I need to climb up it and have a look. It's definitely not a natural feature. It did not just occur. Somebody built it. There it is. There's a dam. More evidence of the farming practices. Again, this is 20th century. Somebody built this with a big machine. There you go, there's a dam. Could there be anything in it? Yabbies. Here we've got some tracks, so this is definitely a point where the kangaroos come down and have a drink. Probably other animals as well. Now, there's some holes down here that could tell us something. Shit! I nearly fell in the dam. Okay, have a look, there's some holes under the water. Some other holes out of the water. So we've definitely got some things that live in the dam. Good to know. You can even see some little tracks where they've been working their way down around the edges here. Don't fall in there. Everywhere you go there's some beautiful little thing in the bush. Up here, this is a rubbish pile. I've seen 3 or 4 of these now. Back At some point they've cleared all of this ground, cleared up all the old fences and whatever other timber. They pushed it all up into piles and burnt it. And you can still see all of the old wire, one of the last remnants, old bits of stumps and so on. So basically these are just big rubbish dumps, part of the early farming, but certainly still part of the 20th century. Nothing here from the 19th century. It's 11 o'clock. I want to stop and have a break anyway, so we might climb up this hill, have a little bit of a look. So where am I in relation to the road? The road's right directly behind me. So if I just walk straight up here, I'll be all right. My shadow's in front of me, so it'll be behind me when I'm walking back. Just look at the beautiful bark on this tree here. Now you get so much variation with these gum trees. This is just such a beautiful smooth bark tree. Hardly a blemish. Here we've got a stringy bark tree. Now there's a couple of things about this that make me think this might be the Mackay's or Mackey's, I don't know how you say his name. It might be his stringy bark. You can see all these little sticks poking out of the side of the tree. That's one of the characteristics of those Mackay's stringy barks. And the bark looks a little bit grey, whereas some of the other stringy barks I've seen around have been a little bit redder. So I'm going to assume that those are the red stringy barks. I'm actually doing reasonably well with my pack walk today. I've made 2 hours without stopping. Let me through. And it's been pretty good. Nothing's particularly sore or concerned, fatigued, worried. I feel like even doing some of this off-track stuff, it's okay. It's a bit wild coming through here. You can see there's been no fire here for a while because of how big the skirts are on these little grass trees. So there's bugger all soil on this slope. There's nearly all rocks. So the fact that there's anything growing here at all is pretty amazing. These little ones here, these will be the oak trees. That's what it'll be. So all of those taller trees will be pine trees. Which pines, I don't know. Which oaks, I don't know. But these are the oaks here. We've got some more of these orange gums up here. We've got a bit of everything up on this hill. I'm not going to go too much further up the hill because I just want to find a spot to sit down and have a break for 15 minutes before I carry on. So we found a nice little spot for a break. I was in the shade a minute ago. Sun's come back to me now. But anyway, I just wanted to take the pack off for a few minutes, take my hat off, let my head cool down a bit. While it's not a hot day, I am certainly sweating a small amount. I need to take care of myself to a certain extent. Walking downhill now, some beautiful rock outcrops here to my left. Some lovely ironbarks all around me, interspersed between the other types of gum trees, a few pine trees, other odds and ends. The trees through this last section have been a little bit bigger, however now we're coming back into the stony area. We're getting back to that point where the trees are getting shorter. They're back down to maybe 10 metres, 7 metres. some of the tallest ones might get up close to 15. There seems to be a reasonably undisturbed part of the park. I'm not seeing too many signs, apart from the road that I'm walking on, of any other habitation or involvement. This countryside probably wasn't as good grazing because it's more dense woodland without much grass cover, whereas some of the more open areas get a lot more grass cover, which of course is much more conducive to feeding up animals. Every now and then you come across a big beautiful old tree like this one. There's a big old ironbark. You can see some of the branches at the top are dying off and have dropped on the ground around. These are really the sort of things you need to watch out for when you're picking a spot for your camp. You don't want those things falling on you in the night. Any decent breeze should knock them down. It's been a really beautiful walk, but I'm getting close to where I have to stop and turn around. I spent a lot of time today off track. I actually hope to get a bit further up here than I have gone, but it was good to get off track and explore some of those other areas. And you'll see some of them in this video, some of them in another video, so keep your eye out for those. All in all, I'm having a really good day. Really enjoying it. Loving this woodland. Loving being in the bush. And loving the solitude. Completely on my own. Nothing to worry about. No stress. No fuss. Just walk and enjoy nature. That's how it's meant to be, I think. We've had our lunch and I'm on the way back. It's roughly 1:30 in the afternoon. I have no idea how far I've actually walked today. I've been walking since 9 o'clock. I took a 15-minute break at 11 and around 1 I took a 25-minute break then. Had a couple of sandwiches over the time, one muesli bar and about 3 litres of water. So I'm feeling a little bit weary now, starting to get a little bit worn down by this walking. It is pretty hot, it's the hottest part of the day, so I'm quite grateful when I come through some of these patches of shade. Every now and then we get a bit of breeze as well, which helps, but it's not there consistently, so can't have everything. But it's a beautiful day for a walk. Well, it's been a good day. I walked roughly 18 kilometres today with a 20 kilo pack on. Very happy with that. Wasn't sure I could do it. Did it. Pretty sore, but That's just what it's got to be. First few times I'm going to get pretty sore, I know that, and that's all right. We'll get past that. So just need to eat something now, and then I've got the tent set up. I'm ready to go. It's really just going to be a question now of trying to have a really good night's sleep, and then we'll explore a little bit more in the morning. Really happy with today, really happy to be here, and what a glorious spot it is. Thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate your company, and if you've enjoyed the video this far, why don't you give us a like? That'll really help me out a lot. Thanks a lot, and there'll be more content like this soon. Subscribe if you don't want to miss out. Thanks a lot, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.